Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Hawks and the Knicks because that series just wrapped up, and sadly that series kind of didn't live up to expectations. The games were exciting, but overall the series kind of sucked. It was a blowout. It was a gentleman's sweep, 4-1. The Hawks win the series, and today on the channel we're going to be breaking down the series a little bit. We're going to talk about the big players. We're going to be talking about Julius Randle and how he didn't show up. We're going to talk about Ice Trey and how he just froze the entire Big Apple, man. He just put the game on ice. He was killing them. We're going to be talking about D Rose. That's right, Rose Gold, Rose of old. He showed up for this series, so we're going to talk about Rose, give him some credit. And also, I just want to say, hey, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. I am a new channel. I'm trying to get bigger. I'm trying to do some big things. Help me out, because it ain't easy. But anyways, also I just want to say, hey, if you're new to the channel, don't know who I am. My name is Leezy, L-E-E-Z-Y. Leezy, I'm taking it easy. Nah, not really. I'm working hard over here. But yeah, if you're new to the channel and you're wondering what I do exactly, I do reactions. We got the playoffs going on, so I'm doing reactions to games. Sometimes I talk about trades. In the off season, there's gonna be big trades. There's gonna be big signings I'm gonna be going over. Sometimes we're not gonna have a lot of big NBA news, and I might do some predictions. I might get out my crystal ball and start scheming, seeing where the NBA is going. And yeah, definitely. So if you enjoy basketball, you enjoy those types of things, be sure to check me out. Be sure to share these videos. Word of mouth helps a lot. But now that I covered all my bases, let's get to this. You came here for a reason. You want to hear about the Knicks and the Hawks. I got you. So yeah, like I said, the Hawks, they won the series. They won it 4-1, and we have the numbers here. The Hawks won the first game 107, and you know what? The only game that the Knicks won was game 2. They won that 92-101. Now let's go ahead. We talked about the series. We talked about, obviously, this was kind of a blowout. It was kind of surprising to me, honestly. The Knicks had one of the best defenses in the league. I can't remember if they were 2 or what, but I know they were like top 3 defense. Not surprising under Tom Thibodeau. The Atlanta Hawks had an amazing season. After they fired Lloyd Pierce and all their players got healthy, they made a run, and Nate McMillan has had a great record with the Hawks. I'm not surprised. I'm a big Nate McMillan fan. I like what he did in Portland, like what he's done in Indiana, and I'm liking what he's doing now with the Hawks. Also, shout out to all the Hawks fans. I did a video on the Atlanta Hawks, and that was one of the first videos that was really popular for me. So all you Hawks fans out there, thanks for your support. But this isn't about me. This is about the series. Let's stay focused here. One Hawk that was very vocal throughout the series was Clint Capella. Of all the people out here talking trash, Clint Capella was one of them. He was talking about how the Knicks were trying to play physical with them, how they were trying to get calls, and how it wasn't going to affect them. Clint Capella wasn't having it. And we have a quote here to back it up, and we actually have 2 quotes because he was talking a lot of trash. It was crazy. He was talking about what are you going to do about it? We can be physical, and we can win games. We're going to come to your home and send you on vacation. That's some tough talk for like the 3rd star on this team, if that. You know, the Hawks have a really good roster. They're pretty deep. They got a good young team there, and Clint Capella, it's kind of shocking to me that he's the one talking trash out of everybody, but here we are. This series was crazy. In fact, you know, the Madison Square Garden was crazy. All the Knicks fans were happy that their playoff drought was over. They were very excited to be there, and there was a lot of crazy stories. We had people trying to spit on Trey Young. We had, we had Derrick Rose coming back to life. Matter of fact, let's talk about Derrick Rose. So I was very happy that Derrick Rose had a great series. During the series, he averaged 19, 5, and 4. Pretty good, pretty solid numbers. When Tom Thibodeau brought in Derrick Rose, everyone rolled their eyes. They thought this was Minnesota Timberwolves again, and Tibbs just bringing in his guys. No. He brought in Derrick Rose because he can get the most out of Derrick Rose. He saved him from the Pistons, no man's land over there. Who wants to play on the Pistons? Sorry, Pistons fans. He saved him from the Pistons. He brought him in, and whenever he brought in Derrick Rose, the Knicks record actually is pretty good. The New York Knicks were 24-11 with Derrick Rose. That says a lot. For a lot of people that think Derrick Rose is washed up or think he's not the player he used to be, he's adjusted his game and he's played well, and it had a big impact on the New York Knicks. So shout out to Derrick Rose. That was a good signing for the team, and honestly, Derrick Rose was one of the only few people that showed up for the Knicks in this series. Their star player, Julius Randle, most improved player, he wasn't looking like it in the playoffs. So let's go ahead and talk about Julius Randle a little bit. In the playoffs, he averaged 18, 11, and 4. Now, those are decent numbers, but that's not going to get it done from your star player. He had a lot of problems with the defense on him. The Atlanta Hawks were really on him. The Atlanta Hawks were double teaming him. They were really pushing up on him, being physical with him. He had John Collins on him. He had Clint Capella on him. Julius Randle had to do some work. And one thing that people are forgetting, yes, Julius Randle had a great season this season. Yes, Julius Randle has been in the league for a little while now, but this was his first time in the playoffs. So, and the first time him being the star player in the playoffs. So he was under a lot of pressure. Now let's backtrack a little bit. I gave you his playoff numbers. Let's look at his regular season numbers. He had 24, 10, and 6. He was an all-star for the first time. He's probably going to win most improved player. I believe the Knicks are going to pay him probably a good contract. Yes, he came up short in the playoffs, but did he have a big year? Yes. So there was one of their stars. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about one of their younger stars, RJ Barrett. Now, I like RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett's pretty good. Who would have thought RJ Barrett gets in the playoffs before Zion? But here we are. Zion, he's struggling, and RJ Barrett, he's doing his thing. He averaged 14, 7, and 3 in the playoffs. Now, that's not bad for a guy in his first playoff run, his first playoff series. He did pretty good. He's developing into a good shooter. If I'm a New York Knicks fan, I'm satisfied with RJ Barrett, and I'm liking his potential. So RJ Barrett had a great series. Derrick Rose had a good series. Julius Randle kind of struggled a little bit, and that's their guy, so that was tough. Now, one person who did not struggle, the one person who is the villain of this series, is Ice Trey. That's right, Trey Young had him going dumb. Trey Young, he showed up big on this stage. As I said, the Knicks were one of the best defensive teams in the league this season, yet it didn't stop Trey Young. He dropped 29, 9, and 2 on them in the playoff series. He was trash talking with the crowd. He was showing off. He was looking like Reggie Miller out there bowing after hitting big shots. It was ridiculous. But hey, Ice Trey did his thing. He's showing that he belongs. He's showing that he's not just a Steph Curry wannabe. He's showing that he is a real playmaker and a real scorer, and that he can get it done on a big stage. There's not a lot of stages bigger than Madison Square Garden. So, hey, he showed up when he needed to, and he led his team. Now, one guy he had on the side on him was Bogdan Bogdanovic. As I said before, I'm here in Sacramento, and Bogey, he was on the Kings, and we didn't get this much out of him. Bogdanovic, he's a good shooter, and he's a pretty good playmaker sometimes. Honestly, at times when De'Aaron Fox was down, they would experiment, and sometimes, very rarely, they would have Bogdan play point guard. He actually can make some passes and make some plays. Now, in this series, he averaged 14, 6, and 3. He's looking like a good Robin to Trey Young's Batman. He hit some good shots. He's a pretty good role player. Bogey showed up when they needed him to, and he played pretty good. Now, he is also an experienced veteran, so I'm not too surprised there. He's played some big games overseas, so Bogey, he's not shy when it comes to the spotlight. Now, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about another young player on the Hawks that I like a lot, is DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter is a pretty good player. He was good in college. I really don't understand how he slipped so far down in the draft. Now, he didn't drop all the way down, but I thought he was going to go higher. He's a pretty good player. He averaged 10, 4, and he did pretty good in this series. He also had a lot of big games. His numbers don't really reflect how big of the games he had, but he's a young player that I would keep my eye on, honestly. I think he's going to be really good. I think he's going to be big for the Hawks' success. Now, talking about the Hawks' success, let's just go full circle and bring it back to the man who laid down the foundation for these guys, Nate McMillan. Nate McMillan is a phenomenal coach. The Hawks went 27 and 11 under him. He got the most out of his players. People say, hey, the players just got healthy. Lloyd Pierce could have done this. I don't think so. I definitely don't think Lloyd Pierce was doing some of the things that Nate was able to get the team to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring this back to the Knicks now. The Knicks, they're going to have a lot of money to spend this offseason. Every single damn year, I hear this in my head. I hear this from the media. I hear this everywhere I go, that the New York Knicks, New York is a place where free agents are going to want to go. Free agents are going to want to flock to this destination. There's always rumors every year, yet the Knicks don't get these big players. Could this be the year? I think so. Leon Rose has those connections. He definitely could get some players to come there now that they have a good coach in Tom Thibodeau. They have a good foundation with Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and they have a good veteran in Derrick Rose. I think they could attract some free agents this year, and they'd have the money to spend. If I'm the New York Knicks, obviously, I'm happy to finally make the playoffs, happy with the coach, happy with the team. It sucks that this series was 4-1, but I think the Knicks have a good future, and it's going to be interesting to see the Hawks taking on the 76ers on the other side of the coin there. So I just want to get in, wanted to get out, and want to say thank everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to share this with your friends. Be sure to subscribe. I have a lot of viewers, but I don't have a lot of subscribers. We got to change that. Also, if you didn't know, I'm going to do a mystery prize giveaway. What's the prize? It could be some money. It could be a Top Shot. Once I get 100 subscribers, I'm going to drop a video celebrating it, and the first person to comment on that video will be the winner. I'll contact you via Twitter, Gmail, whatever it takes. I'm going to hunt you down, and I'm going to give you this prize. But anyways, everybody, hey, thanks for watching the episode. I'm lazy. I've been keeping it 100, and I am out of here.